welcome back to the Colorful Saddle channel. So today I'm going to talk a problem that I have, that I know millions of people have in the whole world, which is eczema. So I have it because my dad has it, my grandma had it, a couple of my aunts have it, so it's kind of genetics. My situation actually started in my scalp. You know, in the beginning people were like, oh, just use this and use this shampoo and use this shampoo. It works for a certain amount of time, but it's not forever. Every time I have more stress or I have my time of the month, hello, it's everything white here, and you really have to be careful because it's very itchy, and obviously itching is the worst you can do. After that, it starts spreading to my face and my ears. Luckily, I have nothing else at the moment below my neck, which I'm grateful for. So my eczema in my face is mainly around my nose and under my eyes, and sometimes in my forehead, but not every time. Now it's looking okay, mildly. Obviously, I use a lot of products, which I'm going to show you. You just have to take note. The ones that work for me might not work for you. These are very specific, depends on your skin complex as well. My skin is extremely dry. It happens with people with eczema. I have constantly creams in my bag, especially under the eyes. My skin gets extremely dry, which does not help the eczema, obviously. I remember, I think February this year, my eczema was like out of control, was really bad, even though I used the products, was very busy at work. I was very stressed. And I remember, I think, FaceTiming my family, and I was like, have you been crying? Because it was just red everywhere. And I was like, no, that's my eczema. It's out of control. I am now a little bit less stressed. I, in the meantime, changed my work. So it helped, thank the Lord. But you do have to have preventions, obviously. So I'm going to talk about them. So my routine is usually I wash my face in the morning and at night. But during the day, I put creams on, obviously. So I wash my face with this product, which is from Rituals. It's their balm. So I love this product. First, it's not aggressive. Second, is mainly from natural things, so there's not much chemicals inside, which is awesome. So this one, the good thing is you can really put it everywhere, inside of your eyes and everything. This is also awesome to take makeup out. I do use makeup sometimes. The thing is, my skin does not react well to every makeup, so I do sometimes have to keep trying. Usually I buy sample sizes so I can see what works well for my skin. That's the problem. So I do use makeup once or twice a week. And this is awesome to take everything out or just to wash the face. Like I said, I use this in the morning and at night. It takes really everything out and it's so smooth. Usually when you buy it comes with a little cloth, so you can wet the cloth and then take everything out. And this is their Namaste line. I do use 2 or 3 products from this line, which is the base ones. The other lines are more a little bit chemically and all that stuff. It's more for the body, but for the face, it keeps it pretty simple. Again, from Rituals and their Namaste line, I have the toner. So the toner I use after I wash my face to clear out, and usually I use it with this. So I do not buy cotton rings anymore. I bought these little reusable pads. I think I got 15 or 16 for like €8 on Amazon with this little cute wood box. You can get cheaper. It's just like I mentioned in my periods video, I do try to be conscious about the environment, and I think this is a little bit, like I said, an investment in the beginning, but it's awesome. Usually if I just cleaning my face in the morning with no makeup and use the toner, one of these lasts me for maybe 3 days. Obviously if I'm taking makeup, I use it one time and I wash it. So again, about the toner, I use it, but I usually intercalate as well with the Michelin water. So I use these 2 in combination, maybe sometimes one in the morning, one at night, and I do it like this. Obviously, Rituals is not, let's be honest, not the cheapest company. Obviously, I live in Switzerland, so everything is a little bit more expensive. So usually when I see a discount, I buy a lot. So last time they had discounts, if you buy starting 3 products of this line, you get, I think, was 1 free. So together, I think I bought 9 of them, which lasts me for a long time. So the toner usually lasts me for about 2 months, this one as well, and this maybe for a month and a half. So like I said, when there was a discount, I just bought 9 of them, and usually that lasts me for quite a while. So again, these 2 in combination are so good. After that is the cream that I use. I use Pep&10 Sensider. So in the meantime, they changed the name and they changed the packaging. So now it comes in a 4 milliliter box. I will post a picture here And now it's called Sensi Control. It's the exact same thing, because last time I asked my mom to buy me some from Portugal, because the price difference from Switzerland was horrendous. Was like, here was like 27 francs, back almost like 13 euros. So you can buy two there. So she was sending me a package, so I just like, can you buy me? And she couldn't find much of these anymore in the pharmacies. And I was like, okay, keep searching. And then she found in one pharmacy they were having everything in 50% from them. And then later I realized, oh, because they were trying to put everything out and bring the new ones in. This one is 150 milliliters, the other one is 400, and it's with a pump. But it's the exact same thing. And since my mom went to pharmacy, they gave her a bunch of little things to try on from the new cream. And she sent me a bunch of them, which were awesome when you go on vacation. One of these lasts me for like 3 days on vacation, so you don't have to take this anymore, which is awesome. So I use this. Look, this one usually lasts me for about 3 months. So usually I put it in the morning after I wash my face. I put it, so when I come from work, I take a shower, wash my face, I put it then, and then I put it again before I go to bed, because my skin dries out. And during the day, usually I have a little bag with it in my bag, just in case if anything dries out, because as soon as it starts drying out, it starts being itchy, and it's the worst if you itch it with eczema, obviously. So this one, it's awesome. Then also again from Bepanthen, they have this little one, which is called, in different countries it's called differently. In Portugal it's called Bepanthen Eczema. Here it's called Bepanthen Sensiderm, but it's for the eczema itself. So I use this one on the daily basis. And when my eczema is really like aggressive, and I use this one on the problematic parts. This is not an everyday cream. You shouldn't put it all over your face. This is really just for the bad zones. So that's why this one is much, much smaller and lasts me for the longest, because now I've been lucky that the eczema hasn't been so bad. But this one is good, and it's also with no cortisone. So that's also important. Cortisone of your face is not the best, and this one is no cortisone. It's been really maybe 2-3 months I have needed to use it, thank the Lord. But when I do, usually I put it there. It's still white so the skin can absorb, and I let it stay for the hours that needs to be done. And then I'm gonna talk about a face mask. This face mask is from a company called Naturecan. They work with CBD. So I have a very, very good friend of mine. She uses CBD and she promotes this brand. And she one day was doing an Instagram stories about, oh, look at this mask. Oh, look at this mask. And then I asked her, is it really natural? And she goes, it's natural. The CBD calms your face. And I was like, let me try. Maybe it calms. I bought it. I use it about 2 times a week. Let's be honest. It does not smell the best because, okay, you put it in your face, leave it for about 15-20 minutes until it gets, solid. And one day I had it. I went to my boyfriend. I was like, oh my God, what smell is that? Because the smell is very, very intense. It really calms my eczema down since I've started using it. Like I said, usually I do it 2 times a week. First time I did it, I did it with my fingers, or the first 2-3 times, and I realized how much product you waste. So I came up with the idea. So I use a spoon, put it in my face, and at the end, when I'm done, the spoon is a little bit green from the product, but you save so much product. So everything is in your face, not in your hands, because that was the first thing I started putting in my hands. And at the end, you had your hands full with product that you had to put down the drain. It looks like this, a little bit so green color. This maybe lasts me now another 2 times since I used the spoon method. In the meantime, I bought another one. They cost, I think, about 16 euros for 50 milliliters. This lasts me maybe for about 2 months. It's not the cheapest, but like I said, everything is natural, CBD, and since it's good for my eczema, I'm gonna keep working on it. And it's called Purify Clay Mask with CBD and has aloe vera. It's vegan, natural, and obviously has 0 THC, which is the thing that gets you addicted to marijuana. And it's like I said, it's been a godsend since I also started using it. Last but not least, my sunscreen, what I use is from this company, Peace Buin. So this one is actually, usually I use it in the winter because I'm so high up in a mountain, the sun is very strong, reflects in the snow, it's even worse. And this one is 50 SPF. And the good thing with Peace Buin, they are sun anti-allergic. Anti-allergic. So sometimes I do a little bit sun allergy, so I start getting little red dots on it, and this one protects me. And it also says here, high altitude protection, sun, cold, and wind. So that's the thing. A lot of people come in here in the winter to ski, and they think, oh, it's cold. No, but the sun reflecting in the snow, it's even worse if you go to the beach the whole day. And then you see these little kids with, the ski glasses mark and everything is brown. It's just like, you really have to protect yourself. I do not ski, my boyfriend does, but sometimes just walking from work, the streets are full with snow, so you do have to protect yourself. They have obviously one for summer. Usually the package is brown, and usually I buy the 30 or 50 depending. And with this one, again, I never had a problem as well. I've tried different sunscreens, but this one still for me, it works for best. Found it! So this is the summer one. Not summer in winter. I think you can use this in the winter. It's just this one really protects much better to high altitude. That's why the color is also different. And I use this in the summer. This is 30 SPF. And usually they do say ultralight, dry touch, sun, whatever. And I really liked it. I've been using it actually for about 12 years. So the thing is, I went on vacation with my parents long time ago in Cape Verde. And the sun there is also very strong. And my mom bought this brand because it was the non-allergic. And I remember the first day we went to the beach, I did not put it on my toes. And at the end of the day, my toes was not just burned, but they were full of these little things, sun allergy. And then I learned this one really does work for me. I'm actually not that bad in terms of eczema. I thank the Lord that mine is not the worst. I have a couple of friends of mine that have it everywhere. And that's much more difficult, obviously, to manage. Because also different parts of your body require different products. So it's a little bit of a mess, let's just be honest. My dad thankfully only has here and a little bit on his ears and here, nothing in the face. My brother was lucky enough that as far as I know, he doesn't have anything. It's sometimes you get some genetics, sometimes you don't, but you do have to be careful. I lived with my boyfriend for about 9 to 10 years. He does not have any as well, because sometimes you can really pass this somebody on if they touch your head and they touch theirs. I never had a problem with that. Regarding makeup, I do use some makeup. Like I said, I try to keep it simple. Sometimes some mascara, some eyeshadow, some eyeliner. I try not to use so much foundations or concealers, just mainly for the eye, and don't go anywhere else. I try to go once every 2 months maybe to a face cleaning. I'm actually going next week. I do tell them in advance, look, I have eczema, and they usually change their products according to that. Last time I went, she was like, oh, okay. Usually I go to the same place, but sometimes I get a different therapist, which I'm okay with. So last time I told her, look, I have eczema, and she goes, oh, okay, let me do exfoliation, but with much, softer products. Because that's another thing. I try not to do so much exfoliations because that really gets in my eczema. And after that, after what she did, I was like, my skin was glowing for like a week. It was so good. But I liked that she was considerate enough to change the routine or the product she was using for my skin, because eczema, don't mess with it, So obviously these products, they work for me. They might not work for you. This has been really this problem, trial and error. I bought a lot of products and at 1 or 2 weeks after it did not work for me. That's the other thing. Every time you buy something new, especially if you have these kind of problems that I have, it's not one day that's going to make the difference. You do have to commit and try to use for 1, 2, 3 weeks. And then you see if it makes a result for you. That's why sometimes I buy products, I try them, do not work for me, so I or give them away or just put them in the garbage. Sometimes I try to buy, little packages, so just to try, and if I don't like it, I don't have the whole thing. I remember the first time I bought this one, they had also a little discount. There was something small that came with it, so I bought a small one. And then I say, oh, it works for me, so I'll keep this one, because every skin is different, even if you have eczema. So every person is going to react differently. Like I said, if you have any questions, please comment down below, like and subscribe, and see you next time, guys.